I'm 36 now, and the past 8 years have been all about piecing myself together from rock bottom. And I mean absolute zero. Not for some therapy session, not for mending wounds, not for that whole redemption nonsense folks always push. I did it purely so I'd be prepared for precisely this scenario. And believe me, I was more than prepared. Let me rewind a bit though, because you have to grasp the complete context to see why what's coming isn't merely fair. It's the culmination of years of groundwork. 8 years back, I was jobless, got axed from my IT gig amid cutbacks, drained my emergency fund chasing anything remotely similar, wound up grabbing odd jobs just to hold onto my place. My relatives were in the loop since I'd foolishly opened up to them. Figured that's the point of kin, yeah. Back up in tough spots. Turns out, I was the running gag at every holiday I got excluded from. I learned the brutal truth at the 2019 holiday bash when I arrived ahead of time to lend a hand with setup. I caught my sibling Sarah chatting with my mother in the pantry about how lame it was that I'd arrived with off-the-shelf treats rather than anything baked from scratch. My mom, the lady who brought me up, chuckled and noted that at least I was attempting to pitch in, even if it was bargain bin junk from the clearance aisle. My father jumped in, wondering if anybody had spare change to spot me since I'd likely hit them up before sweets. The whole group cracked up. My uncle Roberto, my aunt Carla, even my sister's spouse whom I hardly recognized. I lingered in the corridor clutching a crate of holiday trimmings, absorbing their teardown for a full quarter hour. I ditched the box by the entrance and slipped out. Not a peep from me, headed back to my pad. And that evening in my cramped space, I reflected on every clan event I'd endured. Each instance they'd gone oddly hushed as I entered a space. Each private quip I was left out of. It clicked all at once. I wasn't one of them to their eyes. I was their flop narrative. The warning yarn they'd spin for their offspring about dodging an end like Cousin Dale. So right there, I resolved. No showdowns, no tears or pleas or demands for reasons. I'd transform into the polar opposite of their labels and bide my time until they required aid. See, that's the irony with folks who belittle you. They inevitably crave a handout. I poured 2020 into juggling 4 gigs, hauled passengers via car service at dawn peaks, handled gig economy coding gigs midday, clocked shifts at a shop on off days, crashed for perhaps 3 hours nightly, hoarded every dime beyond utilities or staples. Come 2021, I'd scraped together seed money for digital currencies right before the surge, cashed out strategically, funneled it into diversified stocks and a few modest lease units in up-and-coming districts. All the while, I kept attending kin bashes as if unchanged, toted my budget tarts, sported my faded threads, rolled up in my rusty 2009 Honda Accord, allowed them to assume I was still scraping by, and they lapped it up. At every meetup, a barb would drop. Sarah thrived on probing if I was still hunting, proper, employment, or content with my hobbyist tech tinkering. My father would drop hints about openings at his buddy's depot as if granting a massive boon. Mom would bundle extras for me with that sorrowful gaze, like nourishing a lost pup. I grinned through it all, expressed gratitude, nailed the role flawlessly. By 2023, I held 4 lease units. I can't tell you the full story in short. To watch the full story, click the related link below.